Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Black Excellence Live. Thank you for joining us for the entire month. Has been a virtual panel and webinar for Black business owners. In today's conversation, we're focusing on financial literacy. It's so important. And it's presented by Veritex Community Bank. Now, this year for Black History Month, we partnered with Veritex Community Bank to educate and enlighten Black business owners by putting them in contact with the resources and professionals to help expand their businesses. And before the end of the presentation, I will be giving you a key word that you need to go to our website and enter for your chance to win $10,000 in free advertising. That is a lot of free money. So magic with a J 945.com or the beatdfw.com. Enter that keyword for your chance to win. Now, I want to talk a little bit about pre-pandemic first. According to a subset of data in the 2020 State of Small Business Report from Gideon Financial and the Lending Club, the study reports 22% of African American small business owners are millennials. And here's a pandemic stat. African American entrepreneurs have had to close their doors at more than twice the rate of their white counterparts. Black business owners Black-owned businesses declined by 41% between February and April of 2020, compared with a 17% decline among white business owners. So now I would like to introduce you to Courtney Taylor. She is the VP of Community Development for Veritex Community Bank. Good evening, afternoon.
Hi, Indy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us. We're so excited.
Yes, I know we're glad that weather is gone. It's nice and sunny out. We can be happy again and not worry.
Yes, absolutely. We are past that last week's storm. So thank God. Yes.
Thank goodness. Glad everyone's okay. And I would also like to introduce to you O'Neil Barnett. He is the VP of Commercial Underwriting Officer. Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you, Indy?
You look so nice.
Oh, thank you.
I like that tie. Now, I would like for each of you to tell us a little bit about yourself, starting with Courtney.
Okay. Well, I am the VP of Community Development for Veritex. I oversee all of our community development activities and focused on community giving and outreach and a lot of our financial literacy classes and workshops that we do with different nonprofit organizations and different things throughout the Dallas, Fort Worth area, also in the Houston area as well. And so we just have a great time at Veritex giving back to our community in a variety of ways. And I've been with the bank for a few years and I'm just excited to be here.
That's awesome. Hence, Community Bank. You're a part of the community. O'Neil, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, most certainly. I've been with Veritex now for about 18 months. I've been in underwriting for over 20 years, mainly on the underwriting side of commercial underwriting. And my position here at Veritex Community Bank is VP of commercial underwriting.
Okay. Well, O'Neil, all month long, we've been talking about businesses and specifically Black businesses. Now, why is the relationship between bank and business so important?
Sure. For two reasons. Number one, it's important to help a small business to basically help them to manage their money in terms of treasury management for deposit reasons, and then also to help you to move your money efficiently from one place to the next in terms of making payments. And then secondly, it can really help your business from a cash flow standpoint. So if you do need a working capital loan or a term loan to maybe purchase a business, then the bank will be there to basically be to help you. And then thirdly, it is a really good source. If you have a really good relationship with your banker, he can also help you in terms of an advisor for your business as well.
Okay. And to that point, Courtney, what's the difference between a community bank and one of those, the national bank brands that we see all over the place?
With the community bank, we are community focused. You're going to have a personalized type of focused attention as a customer. We really try to make sure that we have relationships with our customers, and you're not just a number, right?
Relationships.
Exactly, right? Those are key. And also just we focus on community growth. So whether it's with our businesses, whether it's with our community organizations, we want to make sure that we're investing in, the place where we love, the place that we work, the place that we eat, sleep, play in. That's what we're focused about. And then also just know, like, at a community bank, you're a person. You're not necessarily like a number, so
Or just a client,
right.
you a
So a lot of
person.
decisions can also be made, with those relationships and a variety of different things and aspects. So, we're really here focused on personalization, tailored things for our clients. And so I think, like we said earlier, relationships are key when it comes to those community banks. And then we really invest in our community through volunteering and giving back. It's important for us. It's essential for us. And so, with that being said, we take it very seriously.
Okay. Now, O'Neill, when it comes to presenting yourself as a business owner to a bank, what are some things that people should keep in mind?
And, just really knowing your numbers. And basically what I mean by that is understand basically how you got to where you are in terms of your sales, your income, and your balance sheet. And then be able to explain those numbers in terms of where you're going. Your projection. So if you have a projection in sales, how are you going to get there? And that's important to a banker, because what's important to the banker is understanding is that the banker understand you and understand your business. Because once you come to the bank and you're looking for a loan, then that banker basically, and as an underwriter, understand this, basically have to communicate that to the underwriting team for the approval of that loan.
Okay. Now, what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see with our community when it comes to loans? And, either one of you can answer that.
Really, and as I said, I would take the opposite side of that is, someone not understanding their business and how their business work, and then be able to explain that to someone in a coherent manner to help them maybe to get a loan. And again, that kind of leads down the track as well that, one of the most important aspects of having a business is basically to manage your cash flow. So if you cannot explain the numbers to those bankers, then it will be really hard for them to be able to assist you.
Okay. But let's take a second to talk about our community and our relationship with wealth management. You see examples, different groups coming together. Can we talk about the unique relationship of Black people have to finances? What needs to happen?
I'll start a little bit, and O'Neill, you can hop on in this, but I'm going to say from my own personal experience, I just think about me growing up. We never really talked about money. We didn't really talk about budgeting or finances. I didn't really know about loans and things of that nature. So it was all a learning experience. And I will say, since I've been able to get in the banking industry, it's my eyes are open. My eyes are open, and there's so much knowledge and so much things that are out there. But we really have to start having conversations as a community, as it starts maybe at our family level, friend level, whatever the case may be. We have to have these conversations on budgeting. We have to have these conversations on, generational wealth. We have to have conversation on life insurance. There's so many different things that we don't know that we have to really start saying, how do we find out this information? Goodness, there's the internet, which you can find everything on. There's plenty of books. There's plenty of workshops. There's your local bankers like us that can help teach about this different type of wealth and wealth management out there. And so I just think it's about having a conversation, looking for that knowledge, and really wanting to share that with other folks at the same time. And then when it comes to that business stuff, it's the same thing, having your personal house in order, making sure you have your business house in order at the same time. So, for instance, I recently decided, you know what, I'm going to look at my budget even a little bit closer. So I downloaded QuickBooks and said, let me make sure I can see from a business standpoint what my own personal finances look like. And I think sometimes we have to start looking at things in a different nature. So definitely, I think that's one piece. And just like I said, the education, there's podcasts out there, there's books out there. Go and get that. The knowledge is there. We have to go and get it, though. We have to be
absolutely
real conversations with each other. And then also collaboration. I've been seeing a variety of, I think earlier I was talking about a millennial stat about businesses and things of that nature. I've been seeing a lot of those in the millennial group, as well as other groups, but really trying to figure out ways to collaborate to build some generational wealth, whether it's in, you know, housing development and whether it's in investing. There's all of these different types of avenues to start creating that wealth.
Absolutely. Now with COVID-19, let's talk about navigating, you know, as a business. What are some of the things people should know right now?
Woo, O'Neill.
Well, it's really just understand the resources that are available to you in a situation, you know, like this. For example, you know, the PPP loan, that's, you know, understand how it works, right? And make sure that you're going to the right sources to get the information. One good source will be the bank, right? But also, you know, you have the SBA as well.
Yes.
And I think I'm going to bring also another part into this is, you know, you should always have a mentor, someone that's in a position that is basically have access to information. So then you can go to that person, you know, again, it could be the bank or it could be someone else that you know that have really good information, because that's important, especially in a time like this when time is of the essence, right? You know, it could be a difference between a day or a month before you get that finance that you need to kind of carry your business forward. So just really having access to the good information. And again, too, I'll just repeat, you know, just having a good relationship with a banker will be helpful in that situation.
Okay. Now, there is help. Courtney, can you talk about some of the resources and partnerships that you guys at Veritex Community Bank have cultivated?
Yes, so we partner with a variety of organizations throughout the DFW area, and some of those are on our screen now, which are Lift Fund, SCORE, True Fund, and the SBA. And SCORE is a great organization because they actually offer free consulting. So they have, you know, it may be some retired executives that are, you know, whizzes in finance or creating business plans and marketing and things of that nature. And so you can go to SCORE. They have workshops literally probably, if not every day, every other day. And you can get knowledge. You can get free consulting. You can get free mentorship for your business. And so we partner with them, and we also come in and help teach some of their financial classes. And so managing, you know, your, like O'Neill was talking about, the cash flow statements, those income statements. We look at those, and we really help small business owners and those that are just starting up that want information. We help them get those things like that in order. Lift Fund and True Fund, they're great organizations where they also provide not only education, but also technical assistance for small business owners. And they also provide other additional loans for small business owners as well. And so they're both great organizations, always willing to help and be there for the community. So definitely there would be good to reach out to. And then just like O'Neill said, the SBA has it all. They have all the information. They are the hub for, you know, small businesses. So that's also a great starting point to go to say, okay, I want to get in business. I don't know where to start. How do I look for a loan? We'll go to SBA, and they will have all of that information. So they'll have key information, like O'Neill was saying, on PPP and the IDL loans and a variety of other loan programs and things that are out there. But they can also connect you with local other banks and things of that nature as well. And we have a wonderful SBA department here at Veritex that can assist small business owners too. So while we're not always, well, we are always at the bank working, but I try to pull some of our bankers to go out in the community and make sure that we're giving back and, you know, just providing that assistance where it needs to be. So always looking to educate, always willing to help and share information, because that's what we're here for.
Okay, awesome. Now, this is for either one of you guys. What would be the first thing a business owner should focus on when it comes to their finances with regards to their business?
Believe it or not, your personal credit, especially as a small business, We do take that into consideration. And a lot of time that's the deterrence, right? So really just kind of know where you are with your credit, and there's a lot of resources out there to kind of get that together. And then the business, understand your business, right? Again, as I spoke about earlier, understand the numbers. If you come to the bank and we say, hey, okay, you say, hey, my sales is going to be $1 million in the next 12 months. Like, how do you come to those numbers as well too?
Okay.
I'm a piggyback off of O'Neill. Just as far as knowing the financials, of course, with your credit, but also be clear about what you're requesting. Are you coming in for a loan? Are you coming in for a line of credit? Like, what are you coming in there for? And then, like we've said at the beginning, and I'll say it again, having a relationship with a banker is key. It can do some things for you. So
okay. Now there's a question
and that is
from
important. And I'm sorry, I was going to say that is important because they are your advocate internally inside.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
It looks like we have an audience question here. What is an ideal credit score? Does the bank factor in your debt to income ratio?
Well, on the commercial side, it's more about cash flow and how well the business is doing. So not necessarily our debt to income. It's a different formula, but not necessarily debt to income, but it's still important. You want to make sure that is still in order. So that's one thing basically that we're looking at. But we do, again, take a look at the credit, but not necessarily debt to income ratio. There's specialized type of ratios. And just to kind of go back, the score and those SBA kind of help you to kind of work through that part of business underwriting as well. Or if you have a good relationship with your banker, that's something that you can talk to the banker prior to applying for your loan.
Right. Right.
Okay. Also, another question. What resources would you suggest for businesses that were affected during this recent storm that hit Texas?
So from what I've seen, there are a variety of different things going on. So of course, FEMA has come down and declared that this was an official disaster. So there's been a disaster declaration. So going to FEMA, of course, but also going to your own personal insurance if you have that as well. Many of the local chambers are coming out with a variety of resources and lists for different folks. And so also going to that SBA website, because SBA has a lot of great information that's out there as well. But definitely staying in tune with your local chamber organizations, because many of their member organizations are putting together resource lists and they're sending out a variety of different things. So I know within the storm was pretty recent, so I'm sure more resources will be coming down the pipeline, but I would definitely start with FEMA, your insurance company, and then SBA, and then kind of go from there. But there are a variety of, I've seen all types of business relief funds coming out, whether it's around small business or restaurants and different sectors like that. There's a variety of different avenues and things that are happening. So,
yes, a lot of people were affected last week, as if COVID wasn't enough. We got hit with that winter storm. Right. Before we do final remarks, I would like to give you the key word, and let's see if I have it. The key word is Robert Smith. Normally, I would have a bio on Robert Smith, but all I have is his name today. Do either of you know anything about Robert Smith?
I believe that is our Black billionaire, if I'm correct.
I'm sure he's a billionaire. That's what we've been focusing on.
Has the wealth management company here in Austin, I believe. If I'm correct, I believe that's him.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's him.
I hope so. I believe that is him, though. I believe that is him, though. Yeah.
Well, that is the key word. So all you have to do is go to either of our websites, magic945.com or thebeatdfw.com. Put in that keyword. It'll, you'll see where to do it for Black Excellence Live. And you can have a chance to win $10,000 in advertising. So that's dope. That's a lot of money. And when it comes to advertising, that can take you a long, long way. Now, are there any final remarks for our audience?
Yes. I would say don't wait, until you need the loan. Build a relationship prior to coming to the bank. Go into the branch, get to know that person, and we're going to provide some information in a few moments here, and allow that person to know your business prior to the need of that cash flow, whether it's term loan or working capital.
And I see what we have on the screen here. Is these individuals that we can reach out to for resources?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I'm going to say this. Call us. We are here and we are available to help you. We have about 25 locations in the DFW area. And even though, it's COVID right now, so we have to make sure that we have our safety guidelines in order. So our branches are closed. You can't physically come in, but you can give us a call. So you can call anyone on the screen and we are just, ready to help you. You just call and say, hey, I saw you guys on Magic and I want to get some more information on, your products and small business assistance, and we can go from there.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I learned a lot, and I'm sure our audience did too. I need to jump into being an entrepreneur and start my own business. I don't know why I have not done that yet. And I know that Veritex Community Bank is here to help.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I am definitely going to take advantage of the information that you guys shared. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a great way to wrap up our Black History Month Black Excellence Live series, because people are in need of resources, knowledge, assistance, and they just need to know where to go for help. And thank you so much for being a part of the community to provide those resources.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. We're happy to be here.
Exactly.
If there's no more, are there any more questions before we go? I don't see, nothing else has popped up. Well, I hope you all got all the information from the last slide of who you can reach out to, but this video will be available for viewing. Is it going to be on YouTube? And you can view it again on our Facebook Live if you missed anything and you want to go back and catch it again. So, but thank you guys so much. It was really nice talking to you.
No, likewise. Thank you for having us.
Have a good evening.
Okay, you as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.